This program is designed to provide general information with regards to the subject matters covered. This information is given with the understanding that neither the hosts, guests, sponsors, or station are engaged in rendering any specific and personal, medical, financial, legal, counseling, professional service, or any advice. You should seek the services of competent professionals before applying or trying any suggested ideas.
Hey there, it's Brian Sebastian, movie reviews and more, Worldwide TV Network, IP247 out of Franklin Street, and streaming live around the world on Talk Show Media, TV, radio, and podcasting. A4 HD TV and ready for hours that screen. Man, I look strange because my lighting is changed. I'm just with it. I have no idea what's going on. I went to my friend's house, jumped in, did something really wacky, and here we are. And here's the thing. I'm glad that everybody else is out. I'm going to fix it because I'm talking to everybody else. So I got to go guys first. Jack, I want to go to you first. Let's talk about Jack, and then we got to go to Jarrett, and then we will save the beautiful women for last. Jack Gillian, go for it.
Well, okay, I thought I was going to be last. Or
Not today.
In the middle, alphabetically. So, hello, everyone. Thanks
Hello.
for inviting me on the show, Brian. Hello. And so basically, I came on to talk about an event that Oak High, which is a scooter company that I'm working for, is going to be at in the Long Beach area in California on June 3rd to the 5th. And so basically, it's a website. You can follow us on electrifyexpo.com. And it's for anybody who's considering electric vehicles. So, sorry, I'm doing the Donald Trump stuff here. Anybody who is interested in getting a car, a motorcycle, an e-bike, a scooter, there's so many different ways of moving without burning, fossil fuels, dinosaurs, in fact, right? And so we're going to be at that. And then that's going to be in a whole bunch of other areas. It's going to be in Seattle next in July. Then it's going to be in Texas. It's going to be in New York. And then in Texas, it's going to be in Austin, New York, and then in Florida. So it's really widespread out. It's 5 different events. And I'd encourage you guys to check it out and see if it's going to happen in near you. So the other thing I was going to show you briefly, and I know Brian put me on the spot here, was a cool thing I got about 20 minutes ago. Now, I played with it once, and basically it's a smart helmet for scooters and e-bikes.
Nice.
And so what happens is I don't know if I can show you this, and if my camera's going to allow me, or if you can see the rest of my house. But what happens is there's a bit of an out-of-box experience because when you get it the first time, it kind of goes ta-da, right?
Oh my God.
And
Yes.
and then it's a front and back, right? And so it's an intelligent. It's got a lot of smarts in it. It's got a lot of sensors, and let me turn it on first. There's a little button in the back here, and so it will turn on. And it'll talk to you. It says powered on, right? And I don't know if it's backwards to you, but it's, right? And so
That's very
cool. It provides 360, right? And in fact, if I get my phone, where's my bloody phone? It connects up to your phone and it connects up to your scooter, right? So the cool thing is that you're very well seen at night, and that you can listen to your tunes. Let me see if I can play it here very quickly. before I completely take over everything here. Boom. Okay, I think.
Wow, it's a pretty loud helmet.
That's really
Is it
nice.
pretty loud? Well,
No, but it's good.
So here we go. So I'm going to look like a total geek here, but here we go. And so the sound is coming here, and it's around, so you can hear everything else still. Now, the other cool thing about this is you can change all these colors to suit yourself, right? And this is what's called just kind of an attraction loop, or just make sure that somebody knows that you're there. But if I can do it quickly here, you never know. I'm gonna turn off Kenny Loggins' Danger Zone because I'm dying to watch the new Top Gun Maverick.
Oh my god! Oh my god, Jack! I was about to tell you, you're giving me Top Gun vibes right now. With
I know.
I know. Okay, right. And so I encourage everybody to go listen to Lady Gaga's theme song for it. It's called "Hold Your Hand" or something like that. It's from Lady Gaga. So let me go log on, see if I can get this going, and then I'll see if I can change some of the headset lighting settings. So let's just say I want to go to, let's see here. This is a live demo with something I've played with for 20 minutes. So bear with me one sec. And we'll see, first of all, if you're in fog, there's a fog setting. You can turn it to fog, and then it goes kind of all yellow, I think, here in a second. Here we go. So this is apparently European fog settings. I'll go to night again, and we'll go back to that. And then you can turn your different modes. I'll try one more and then hand it over to everybody else. So thanks for letting me go first. Cycle setting. Let's see back here. Manual.
Is
light
this helmet
settings.
already?
Okay. So
You know what would be cool?
So let me just try one thing and then
like
I'll answer your questions.
direction.
Right. So are you ready? So who likes? See the green here? What color would you like up front instead?
Purple?
Purple Rain.
No, purple. I have a BMW and I've got that color that goes around my
How's about
dash.
purple there? Is that purple
that
enough
purple.
for you?
Yeah.
Here it is.
Okay.
Staring.
And so anyway, so what the other cool thing about this is that you don't have to make a turn indicator. All you have to do is move your head, right? So you just do here, let me see if I can not look like Hogan's Heroes here. But let's see. If you turn left or right, the back, you can't see it, and I have to be hooked up to the scooter. But it will automatically turn left or right in the back for you. And then if you press your brakes on your scooter, it will show red in the back. So I usually change that to blue in the back. And then when it goes, so you're expecting, because that kind of looks like stopping right now. So $299, it'll be out in the next month. And I know Brian is waiting for one of these. So this is called the Smart Helmet from Okai. It's the only helmet that I've seen that actually does turn indicators based on your head gestures. Ta-da!
Very cool.
Any quick questions?
Cool.
No, you answered my questions. I was wondering if that was already on, like, if people could buy it. Because in Miami, I wish everybody had this helmet because there are so many people on bikes and like you are always trying to guess, like, is this person gonna get on the road or like to the right? So that's very, very. Is this the only helmet that does that?
This is the only helmet that does the turns automatically, right? Now you can also we have a little Bluetooth thing that allows you to put it on your and then you can do left or right manually if you want to, if you don't want to do it in your head. But it's a learned thing. You just turn your head, you just think about it. Eventually it just becomes second nature. Scooter Steve's in Miami will have this as soon as we have it. Okay. They're in Wynwood, right?
Okay.
And a couple of other places too. But that's a great place. Yeah, in Miami we'll have that.
See, I don't know if this is true in Miami, but I live in Redondo Beach, and a lot of times, like during the summer, like we'll go on the Strand on bikes and things, rollerblades, and that's would be not. It would be really nice to have that on the Strand, even though there's no cars.
For
there's
rollerblades. Can you imagine?
Mm-hmm.
You're rollerblading,
yes.
and then okay. So you don't usually have a turn indicator on a rollerblade thing, right? So you can do that there. We're only going to sell this through dealers, so you won't be able to buy this on the internet. Right? You will have to go into a dealer and one of your local dealers. So we're trying to encourage people to go in and kick the tires. So in Redondo Beach, we'll have a number of different LA bike shops that will be carrying this. Okay, Brian, take over. Okay. Please don't let me take. I'll keep talking. And your audio is.
We cannot hear you, Brian.
I'm going to try to talk for Brian. Hi, I don't know what I'm saying. But
I'm going to come back to you, Jack.
But
the thing about this, Jared, as that director, as that actor, as that producer in New York, talk about what you have going on, because you have something that's really special that a lot of people have been going through around the world right now. Talk about this, Jared. Mic is off.
You're mute.
There you go.
There it is. How you doing? I'm Garrett Martino. I'm a director, producer, and I have Donna, Stronger Than Pretty, out in 65 countries everywhere. You can buy or rent movies. So it's my mother's true story. It's a domestic violence story and an escape of domestic violence. But I always say, more importantly, the way she made a life for herself and her 3 children. So it's really a women's empowerment story. Through making this, of course, we're partners with the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence. We've done a lot of work with other DV organizations and shelters throughout the world. But this does affect men. I've always said from the beginning, I never made this to demonize men. My father, it was really just to bring to light the fact that it's cycles and patterns. It's learned behavior through family dynamics, and it's complicated because a lot of domestic violence. People always ask why you stay, and I think the answer is that is because it started with a loving relationship. No one on a first date gets beat up. It's something where it goes back to a foundation most of the time. So yeah, Donna, Stronger Than Pretty, it's streaming on Apple TV, iTunes, Fandango, pretty much every streaming platform, again, in 65 countries. We have DonnaTheMovie.com, StrongerThanPretty.com. And there's a lot of beautiful resources up on our website, and a lot of the work that we've done in terms of working with domestic violence organizations and shelters throughout the world.
And one of the things that Ruthie Davis wanted to have you on to talk about that, because a lot of people are going through those situations like that. And I have not seen this yet, but I know it's very, very important because I'm talking to people about it every day. And then with that, switching to Miami, because I think of this look, I think of fashion. It kind of goes into this young lady that I met at Secret Knock. It was a great little party. Greg Reed put it on. She was walking around and she turned around and all of a sudden she's wearing this beautiful dress. I'm like, where did you get that from? And I'm like, I'm not even going to talk about it, but it was wonderful. You can't even see it. So tell us where you're coming from, that young sweet little lady in Miami, not you, Tosh, but Violetta. This is really, really good. Talk about your brand and your sister, what you created, because it goes back into that. And Jared, I love the images of what you did on that cover shoot. It's wonderful. And I can't wait to see this documentary, actually this movie on this, because I know it's wonderful and I know it's really, really meaningful.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's a narrative feature. So it's my mom's interviews at the end, but it ultimately is a narrative feature. We had over 200 actors, 50 locations.
So when it comes to the world of fashion on this now, all right, take it away, young lady.
Thank you so much. It was so wonderful meeting you actually at Secret Knock. And I was wearing a masterpiece with my face hand painted on silk.
Wow.
And that on the back, that would draw you to see who is on the front, you know, like I see a face, I see a painting on the back, who's on the front.
That's very smart.
And I turned and it's the same person. So that, you know, struck our conversation. But yes, I created a new dimension fusing fine art and haute couture. We are two sisters from, I don't even know if you heard the small European country, Lithuania in Eastern Europe. And we decided to fuse our talents and our passions together. My sister is an artist of many, many years, and I've been in fashion business for a long time. I actually have economics and international business degree, but I never thought that that was my passion. And I, you know, put myself into fashion full time and received fashion styling degree. And she was really going deep into art and fine art. And we decided to create something that didn't exist because, you know, everybody's creating paintings, everybody's creating something you can see. And we wanted to do something unique. So we created a new dimension, and that was confusing. That was really fusing art and haute couture into one. So my sister actually,
beautiful.
What she does, she transfers energy onto silk. So when you wear a piece, you are wearing energy. You are wearing a masterpiece. And, you know, I tell everybody, imagine wearing an original painting that is one in the entire world, signed by the artist. This is not a print. That's what you saw me in at the Secret Knock. That's that's a piece from Secret Knock. This is not a mass-produced garment that pollutes our planet Earth. It is not a print. You are the owner of original work of art, and this work of art can also become an interior design detail. We actually create a specific mannequin for the piece because women ask me, especially women in California, believe it or not, they ask me, Yurata, I wear a piece once, I wear a piece twice, I cannot go out anymore wearing the same piece. And I'm like, you are wrong. You are very, very wrong. When you have an original painting in your living room, and you have people over, do you have to switch to a new one because they already saw it? You are proud of it, right? You are so proud of it. You're telling them, I have this original. I have it. I am the owner of this original. You don't go and switch it so people already saw it, so you need another one. No, you are proud of it. So that's what I wanted to tell women, that we should be proud wearing a painting. We should be proud being that one woman. We are unique. Every single woman is unique, and we are not created the same. So wearing the same clothes, it doesn't fit everybody. You know, you're wearing energy, you're wearing an extension of who you are. So these are the pieces we create, and we literally take a woman, we look into who she is, and we create an extension of who she is. We literally bring her inner beauty out and touch her soul. And like the painting you showed with a boat, with a yacht, that's one of our clients. She said, Yurata, I want a custom piece. I've been on the yacht for like 30 years. I want a yacht, a sunset, ocean, and I want to be looking through the window into my memories. And she's wearing this piece on every red carpet. This is her life story. So yeah, that's what we do. And also we have different collections, from resort wear to children's collection to wedding gowns. And we have a masterpiece collections that go to not only art galleries, but also been shown in museums, and now are on the global auction house from UK, where everybody from all over the world can bid on the piece. And that was my dream, to create, something that these people, because they're originals, so people can bid, and whoever wants, to have that. And also, I'm working on it that each piece will appreciate within time and can be given from generation to generation, like famous artwork these days. So that's what we've been working. And just last week, we were invited to be a part of, you guys all know the immersive Van Gogh experience, right?
Yes.
The immersive Klimt experience. So we created few masterpieces, and one of them we recreated Woman in Gold, Adele Bloch-Bauer by Klimt. We recreated Renoir, and we created also Sandro Botticelli. So now these immersive experiences want to have one of the originals in the biggest cities in the US to showcase and to sell at that immersive experience. So people come there, they see, the immersive experience of Monet. Monet is coming up, and Degas, and also Klimt now is coming up. So they will not only be able to see the immersive experience, but they will see the actual piece on the mannequin that is being displayed, and they can purchase it right there.
And with that, because the other person coming from Miami, because Tosh, you were invited to that, Barbara was invited to that, but you hadn't met. So it's always challenging when you do something like that. But it was a classic event because I heard about it and I saw about it. So Barbara, talk about this. You're from Miami, but really from Brazil. Talk about the health and wellness aspect of things. Barbara.
Yes. Hey, everyone. My name is Barbara. My people know me more like Babi Manu is my nickname. So I'm from Brazil, but today I live here in Miami, and I'm a wellness athlete. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm a IFBB pro bodybuilder, and in my division it's the wellness division. So I'm a wellness pro athlete, and I just got my pro card last year. So actually, I just turned pro in July 2021. Since I turned pro, so it's once you turn pro in a league, you compete to go to the biggest show in the league, which is the Mr. Olympia. I don't know if you guys ever heard about. So the Mr. Olympia usually is in Vegas. But these 2 last years has been happening in Orlando. So last year, I turned pro in July. 4 weeks later, I did my first pro show. So for the first time, I competed as a pro athlete, and I got 3rd place. So I decided to give another chance. 1 week later, I did one more show, and I won that show. And that means if you win a show, means that you qualified for the Olympia, which is the biggest show in bodybuilding. So literally 5 weeks after I got my pro card, I got my qualification for the Olympia. And at the Olympia, I got 10th. So I got for the first years competing, I got the 10. I was inside of the 10 best physiques of the world, which is huge for me because I literally just started my career 1 year and a half, basically, that I'm competing. I'm really excited to see what is next for me because after the Olympia last year, I competed in 2 more shows. One of those is the second biggest show at the world too, which is Arnold Classic. I don't know if you guys have ever heard too, but it's Arnold Schwarzenegger show. So I got it. This show is different from Olympia. Olympia, you have to qualify.
She's on her phone, so we got a connection from that. So, it's a feedback on it. So, Tosh, since you're from Miami, tell Yurata what's about you and who you do and how your song is doing well. So Barbara comes back.
Oh my God, yeah. And the fact that Barbara's from Brazil, I feel like she would love my song. Oh wait, yeah, because it's a Brazilian funk song. So look, she's back. Barbara's back, I think.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, there we go. We can go back to her.
Okay. I don't know where you stopped, but yeah, for the Arnold, you have to be invited. So I sent my letter, my application, and I got invited. They only picked 10 girls in a ward to go compete in wellness, and I got invited, which was an honor for me. So I did the Arnold, and now this last show, I went to Bermuda to try my qualification for this year Olympia, 2022 Olympia, and I just March 27, I won my last show in Bermuda. So now I'm qualified for the Olympia in this year, which is gonna be in December in Vegas again. I'm really excited. So yeah, basically now I'm working towards my goals to bring my best physique to the stage at the Olympia. Of course, this is the biggest goal as an athlete, but I also focus on my own brand. I have my own swimwear line of bikinis. So it's a Brazilian bikinis. I design them, and I do everything customized, and I decided to create this for the girls here to not just bring a little bit from Brazil to the girls that follow me and they connect with me, but also because I always look for something different from Brazil, and I never found here, so I decided to do myself. So yeah.
Well, that's interesting. I compete in NPC. I'm not a pro, obviously, but my trainer who got me to the stage at first, Mustafa Kanar. He just got his pro card at Olympia, or it was right before Olympia. He got his pro card, so I was wondering if you knew him.
Oh, nice. So how did you still compete, or?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I took 3 years off just because of COVID and all that stuff. But I placed like second place in NPC a couple of times in bikini. I'm not wellness. I mean, I'm too tiny to do wellness. Which is, I love wellness, and I know that they've needed to add that for a long time. But yeah, I started competing in 2014. I won my first show at Muscle Beach. I started competing at the age of 46.
You in LA, right?
Yeah, yeah. Nice. So my first show I did at 46 years old. So, and I want to get back on stage again. So I'm doing masters. I mean, again, you're never too old to do this sport. It's just that COVID was just kind of difficult for me to stick to the diet aspect, where for me, and you probably know this, is that everybody's physique is different. So I need to do bikini because it's harder for me to keep on muscle because I'm small. So I have to eat like a lot of protein. And if I'm not doing it, I'm gonna not keep that muscle up. So I am I'm working with Mustafa again to try to get back on stage. Mentally, I think I'm in the right place to do it again, because we all know it's a mental game. Wouldn't you agree? For people that don't compete, a lot of it is a mind over matter with it.
Yeah, there is. It's really like you have to be in the right place, because take a lot from you mentally and physically. That's why I'm excited for this year, because as I told you guys, since July last year, I've been competing back to back. So I never had the break for my mind and my body. I always 4-6 weeks. What is the next? Because I did one show, 4 weeks later, I did another show, and then another week, and 6 weeks Olympia, another week, another 4 weeks, another show. So I always been like that. So my plan was qualified by the beginning of the year. So I have a time to take off, rest, because when you rest, training, eat good, you grow, and your body respond better. So I'm really excited to see what I'm going to bring to the Olympia this year, because for the first time, I'm going to have my off season.
People don't realize too, and I want to ask you, coming from you, is how much you give up to compete, because your diet is so strict. You can't really drink. I mean, your diet, like, you cannot add anything to it. You can't really eat out. You have to prepare your own meals. And I think that for me, the hardest part of competing is probably the diet aspect. I mean, do you think that you are just used to that, or how do you mentally prepare for that? And let me explain that to some of the people that don't know.
So, first of all, I'm not like like alcohol drinking person, but I love to eat. I'm from Brazil, so we love food. But I think like I wasn't pro my whole life, right? I did like 3 shows before turn pro. So like at the beginning, I wasn't getting paid for that. I didn't have a bigger reason. So I have to create my own big reason to do that, because if you put in a paper, you're gonna think, why I'm doing that, and that's normal. Like how many times I stop and thought with myself, why I'm doing all that. We have to wake up early, you have to do your fasted cardio, you have to be like, usually by the end of the prep, you get tired, you're starving. You have to it's a lot. It's not just the diet and then train. You have to do therapy, massage, stretching, posing, take a lot from you. And but it's also something that challenging you. I believe that if someone can finish a prep 100%, I believe that person can do anything.
It's hard.
You go through so many things, because you doing that, you're doing your diet, your training, but you also have your personal life. You have your own things going on. So if you're able to do everything that you have to do to bring your best physique on the stage, and also take care of your personal life, you can do anything, because take a lot from you. And I feel like this is your personal, for me, it's a personal win. Every time that I go to the stage and I know, wow, I did everything. I did my best. This is my best. And that's like, doesn't matter what's gonna happen on the stage, you know you did all that. And the passion just grow inside you. I believe if you ask for most of the bodybuilders, they're gonna say the same. It's just we can explain. It's just if you live that, you're gonna know why we love that so much. And once we start doing, you understand, because it's not just about the physique. It's not about aesthetic. A lot of people think this is just aesthetic, and we just do because we want to look good. No, it's we treat it as a sport, as any other sport. We and for me today, it's even more than just the sport, is my job. So even the time that I don't want to do it, or like now I'm living in Miami, the Miami life is amazing, party, and there's so many opportunities, so many things you want to do. But if you have a bigger goal, and if you are also disciplined, if you have a discipline, a lot of people asking me, how you do when you're not motivated? And I say, I have a discipline. So if you have a discipline, a lot of mornings, I don't want to wake up 6 a.m. and do 1 hour fasted cardio, knowing that the whole day I'll be starving, eating with low carbs. But I have a discipline because I know where I want to be. So I just do it because I have to do it. So some days it's going to be like that, but some days you are motivated. But I believe that everybody in every sport, or even like in another career, some days you're not going to be motivated, but what's going to separate you from the others is how disciplined you are. So I feel like that's I feel like bodybuilder taught me a lot. Yeah, today I'm like, I can control my mind to do whatever I want. It's all depend how I set my mind. And I always tell people I just turn on because you off season, you're like, okay, I can eat. I feel eating something today. I want to eat, or I want to go out, and maybe I had a drink. But once you start your prep, you just switch turn on, and it's game time. Now it's time to focus because you have a job to do. You have to bring your best, and this is not for the others. This is not for your sponsors or for the show. This have to be first for you, because by the end of the day, you have to be doing this for you. So
Rachel Roberts, talk about this. Talk about eating correctly, because it's all about eating correctly so you can look good in your clothes and you can look what's good, something that Harate has designed for people too, because that's special, isn't it? Rachel? She's frozen.
It is very important. So, yes. Hello. I'm not frozen.
You froze a little.
Yeah. So, can you guys hear me okay? All right.
Yeah,
so,
go for it.
Recipes, and I'm in Houston, Texas. And yeah, you guys can hear me?
Yeah.
And so my whole thing is eat clean, drink a little dirty. And so with my own experience, when I was pregnant with 2 boys, and when I was pregnant, I gained a lot of weight. And so I had to lose weight. So I can understand, and I was really, really good at it. I won competitions myself just on like losing. We had this biggest loser challenge at this place I worked out, and I won. And so I understand discipline. I understand being. And so I, at some point, started the way I ate and the way I found, made it a lifestyle instead of making it is something that you go on and then you come off. But the way I cook and the way I eat, all stuff that, people watch my videos and they don't even know that part of it is, everything I make is healthy. It's low carb. It's stuff I grow in my garden. So I think that is really, really important for people to grow things and to eat something every day that you are that you're growing. I think, and then allow yourself, a cocktail if you want one, but even your drinks should be clean. So today, what you were seeing in the picture, I had a guy yesterday in Galveston, and he was fishing, and he brought me some fresh caught fish, and I made ceviche. So that's what was in the picture. So I do this time of year because there's so many things in my garden. Yeah, so you guys can see like the peppers and the cilantro and so many, the tomatoes. Everything, and just pick it, and or just got some shrimp in there, and that is my ceviche. Like I said, eat clean, drink dirty, but your cocktail, if you are going to drink, should be clean as well, and also throw things from your garden. So it was the Kentucky Derby, and everybody was drinking the mint julep. Well, this is mint julep, but it's a sugar-free mint julep. So, which is very simple. You just take your bourbon and you mix it with, this is my favorite stuff to use for cocktails. It's RX sugar, and it's a syrup. So anyway, I mix that with the bourbon with fresh mint, lots of ice, and you can put a splash of water in there, but you don't really need it because the ice will melt, and there's your splash of water. So that's what I do. Rachel Roberts recipes. You can look me up. Yeah, hopefully I can cook for you guys one day.
Yes,
real soon.
Please.
Real soon, the end of June, we're coming to see you. All right, Tosh, let's talk about this song because it's doing well in the charts, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Barbara, I feel like you would love this because it's inspired. It's a Brazilian funk song that I have out, so it's heavily inspired by the culture of Brazil. And I am super excited because I just released it about a week and a half ago. It's called Suéltate. So I sing urban Latin music, so all my songs are in Spanish, has a lot of like culture from South America, from everywhere, and Miami, of course. I've been living in Miami for so many years that the culture here inspires me, and it's part of my, it's a big process. Miami is a huge element in my writing process. So Suéltate, super excited about it. It just hit 800 streams on Spotify, and it's only been out for a week and a half. And thank you. I'm very happy about it. It is a woman empowerment song. It's a very fun beat. I had this lady that found me on Instagram, and she wrote a comment to me in Portuguese, and I was like, oh my God, what is she saying? I hope it's a good thing. And she was, talking about that she loved that I was singing in Spanish, but she loved that she could feel the culture of Brazil through my song, which I was like, that is the reason why I create music. I love getting people's reactions and seeing how they react to what I'm feeling, to what I'm singing. So it's been so fun. Today I was telling Brian, actually, I landed another TV spot on Telemundo, so they are going to be showing my music video, and I'm just over the moon. I invite all of you to listen to it. It's called Suéltate. You could find it on my website, and trust me, as soon as you hear it, it makes
All right,
you
Roxy, go ahead, play it, Roxy. Go ahead.
my little trailer. Breezy. Teaser trailer.
I like that.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm super proud of it. Honestly, I'm proud of myself, man. I'm sorry, Brian. Go ahead.
I said the good thing that's the three of you are in Miami, so hopefully you'll hook up pretty soon, and then we'll do something in Miami sometime later in the year.
I can't wait to meet them.
Yeah.
Well, Harutu, she tried to get you guys together past weekend, but everybody was busy. We tried, didn't we?
I did. I sent invitations, and I was so happy to meet you guys.
Do something.
And Jack loves Miami, don't you, Jack? That's going to be his second home, I think.
Everybody's moving here, so yeah.
Hey, Jack, you muted.
Hence why the rent prices are tripling.
True.
So stop moving here.
All right, Jack.
Yeah.
Go, Jack. Talk about your love of Miami because you had that.
I really like Miami. Well, first of all, for scooters, it's all very flat, so that's good, right?
Yes.
And I heard they have planning permission for 35,000 condos in the Miami area. 20,000 are concentrated in, I think, Wynwood. And Wynwood's so cool with all the graffiti and Art Basel. I'm trying to get my company to do something in Miami for Art Basel.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be fantastic. And a lot of our scooters are on the roads there already. So Miami's just phenomenal. And all the high-tech companies are there. Google, Twitter, Porsche has just opened up a tech center. So it's becoming like a little, I don't know what they're going to call it in terms of Silicon something, Silicon salsa. I don't know.
Silicon salsa.
Somebody's going to come up with a word for it. But it's I'd love to live there. And there's a lot of Italians there too. I met a lot of Italians, which was fun.
Well, I don't know. I mean, we're going to have to make a trip, obviously. Now I got to plan that one. But, we got to go to Houston first. We got to go taste Rachel's cooking for breakfast, lunch, and dinner first. Then, we will go see you because I really want to see more of what you do because your designs don't do justice until you see them in person. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, correct. Yes. The pictures... It doesn't matter who you hire as a photographer or videographer. It doesn't. You have to see it in reality to feel the energy to really, it's so different. Yes. So I always will invite you guys to any of the events. And there are so many events upcoming, even in May and throughout the year. So yes, anytime. And, there are so many people in Miami here. So I was hoping that you guys can come to the event on Sunday. It was so elegant. It was so beautiful. It was at the newest development in Aria Reserve on the Biscayne Bay on the water. Amazing food, drinks, people. It was just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So next time, you will have to come.
Please.
No excuses.
I was so upset. I was like, damn, I was working and it's literally at 6 and I was like, the Art Reserve is beautiful. So I can't even imagine your designs and I was FOMO. definitely I had FOMO. But
Yeah.
definitely let me know because I'm always here in Miami. So I
Beautiful.
would love to go to one of your events and see your stuff in person. Definitely.
Beautiful.
Hey,
And then you
hey,
can
Tosh,
model
give
them
you-
too.
Yes.
Tosh, give you social media links real quick. Ahead.
Oh, at Vocally Tosh on all social media platforms and my website, natasharumbosmusic.com.
And
So
you three
we'll
girls
follow
from
you.
Miami, make sure you follow yourself. Barbara,
yeah,
give
yeah,
you social
yeah.
media links. Go ahead. Did Barbara freeze? Barbara, give your social media links.
Yes, so it's Bobby Manu, so BABIMEANU, Bobby Manu. This is my Instagram. Yeah, basically I use Instagram, but guys can find me on YouTube too. Bobby Manu Wellness FBB Pro.
I'm following already.
And the beautiful fashion lady, give your social media links because you can't get enough of that, right?
Yes, it's at Violeta Luce.
All around the board. I found her on Facebook and I really like what she has up there. Again, you got to see it in person. The pictures just don't do justice. Rachel, are you unfrozen? Give your social media links. Go.
I don't know. Rachel Roberts Recipes. You can find me on all those social media links. Rachel Roberts Recipes.
And Jack, go ahead.
Here
Go.
in Houston.
Okay.
Waiting for you.
So okai.co. We are trying to save the internet typing, so you don't have to type that last M. And then on Twitter, LinkedIn, and a few others, it's under Jack Gillen. Please follow me. I posted stuff about Miami. I'll post this particular video about the smart helmet, and this is a world exclusive, by the way, Brian. For that.
Well,
product.
it is. And I look forward. I'm glad that you talked about it because it is special. I've been telling everybody about it, but it is special. All right, Terry, give you social media links. Go ahead.
Nonstop Terry Maria on all platforms, and then my website is terrymariaofficial.com.
And she's got some great art coming up. She's been playing it. We'll show it. You know what? We'll show it next week in Tennessee. That's what we will do. Okay. So Roxy, talk about this. Talk about RA Nation because we got to hear that because I'm busy. I know you're busy behind the scenes there, but talk about RA Nation real quick.
Okay, real quick. RA Nation is where we get together and talk about the music scene, and it's a fun learning and growing experience. So check us out, Music Familia on YouTube or RA Nation on Facebook. So yeah, thank you.
And this is what I got to do for everybody. We got to do a specific fashion show with you, with everything on that. We're going to use a lot more of your photos on that. And then we're going to make up and do a whole thing on Rachel's cookings because that's coming up soon. Tosh, we got to do something on you. And I've got a couple other music coming out with that. Barbara, I'm going to add Elaine Goodlad on that. So we're going to make a special fashion show on that, on the hair and makeup and everything. So that'll make you happy. And Jack, I'm going to have the Collins family on so we can talk about Okai and having the Okai neon scooter on red carpets and that beautiful helmet that's one of a kind there. So with that, we had all kinds of trouble on this show. This is going to be a makeup show, but there's some great segments for everybody. Jack's got a good segment on that. Barbara's got her segment for Brazil. The fashion lady's got her segment with her dresses. So I say this, have a good night tonight, a better day tomorrow. And if you see someone without a smile, please give them yours because we all need it. And so does the world. I'm Brian Sebastian with Movie Reviews and More, and we will see you next week.